independent woman who was always on a plane, and a dad of 2 who just wants a full night's sleep. This is life in your 30s. This is 30 Old, 30 Young.
Hello and welcome to 30 Old, 30 Young.
So we've got a bit of an announcement this week. Things have changed within the podcast. Unfortunately, Nick, our Iron Man, is no longer with us because he is just too busy. He's alive.
He's alive.
I know, sorry, Nick, but yeah, he is alive, but he's just so busy. And
yeah, it was just a scheduling conflict, basically. So moving forward, it's just going to be Charlotte and I with the occasional special guests, whoever we can wrangle to get on here. And so you'll be hearing more from them and obviously more from Charlotte and I going forward. So I guess we've got to talk about, and we've been not putting off, it's making it sound like there's a stigma around it, but about the injury I sustained recently.
Yeah, I'm glad to see your thing is not
I'm
on there
fine
anymore.
now. I'm fine for those seeing this on video. My arm is pretty decent. I was playing 7-side football and went for a ball that no one was near, slipped and dislocated my shoulder.
Nice.
Yeah. So, very stupid injury, super unnecessary, and actually, to be fair, I got a lot of actual, what's the word? Sympathy.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it.
Oh.
The first week when I turned up with the sling, I got a lot of like, "You're all right, how's it going?" Then people on different teams I hadn't really spoken to were asking how I was doing and stuff like that.
What, so you're still playing with the sling on?
No, I turned up still to watch.
Oh, that's
watch
so
the game.
sweet. Team player or what?
Oh, absolutely. Well, there's a guy on our team who he turned up to his first ever session.
Yeah.
And completely ruptured his ACL.
What's an ACL? I'm not a doctor.
His, I think...
Leg?
It's in his leg. It's a career ender, basically.
Oh, shit.
If someone tears an ACL in any sport, it's basically like they take him out to pasture.
So is he not playing anymore?
Well, he's for a year he wasn't able to play because he was
watching.
So he was watching and he was turning up, and because it's a football and also weight loss club, he was still going along with that.
Yeah.
So even though he wasn't able to play on the pitch,
he was following the diet.
His off-pitch actions really helped the team and stuff like that. So he won basically player of the season without kicking the ball.
Oh, I love that. And he's
the nicest guy, and he was the one who drove me to A&E when my shoulder was out of place.
What a sweetheart. What's his name? Can we give him a shout out or not?
Yeah.
He's so sweet. How lovely.
Chad, he's a lovely guy.
Oh, Chad, your little team player.
And he, honestly, I think he dropped like 2.5 stone and stuff like that, just without even exercising.
Just by being nice.
Yeah, just by being nice. It was sheer karma. And yeah, he's a lovely guy. And so he gave me a lot of sympathy, and bless him, he was driving there so slowly because of all the speed bumps. And he was aware, he was like, just letting you know, I am driving slowly so you don't hit it on the speed bumps. But because he was going so slowly, we hit every red light on the way to A&E, and it took so long, but he got me in there and they sorted me out. And, he's dislocated it before, and it seems everyone on the team had dislocated their shoulder at some point. So I was like, cool, I'm in safe hands. And they kicked me up, and the next week I went there, loads of sympathy. I was expecting it to be like, all right. Well, my team were more like, oh, yeah, all right, wearing the sling for sympathy. But the other teams were absolutely lovely. And yeah, so it's back in. It feels better now. I can lift my arm above my head. Yeah. I'm playing football again on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Are you worried it might pop back out?
Well, this is what the doctor said. She said, listen, it's going to feel better.
Yeah.
But that's the time when it's the most dangerous.
Oh, God. Are you scared? Like the pain you went through, did it hurt or not?
Yeah.
So you're not scared?
It sounds so stupid and just such simple caveman logic that I'm less scared now because of how easy it went back in.
Oh, that makes me feel a bit
I genuinely feel like if it does pop out, with the help of anyone, I could get it back in.
Oh my God. See, I played netball because we thought I was going to move to Australia.
Sure.
Obviously, netball's a huge sport over there. So I thought, right, understand how the game is, be good. Then when I go to Australia, make loads of friends. Jobs are good
right. I thought you were like, right, get really good at netball, make it onto the team, Make it pro. Get transferred to Newcastle Jets or whatever the team is over there.
No, okay, absolutely not. Honestly, the whole time, foul, Charlotte, foul. But I love trying to go for them hoops and try and get the ball in.
But backboard, that's the problem.
But I went over on my ankle and that was it, game over. Never went onto a netball court again. So I take my hat off to you because that happened once and that's it, I'm out, done.
You're running scared. Oh, I haven't got on the pitch yet. When I get on there, I'm like, no one passed to me. I'm fine. I'm just fine. I'm here just for morale. No one passed to me. But it is. I'm gonna properly. I won't be able to get stuck in like I usually do. But she said it healed up really nicely. She was like, "How long ago did it happen?" I was like, "Oh, it was like 5 days ago." She was like, "It's doing great."
Doing good, yeah.
Just built different. That's it.
There you go. The new Iron Man.
My shoulder falling out at 31 years old. Built different. Oh, so yeah.
Rather you than me.
Yeah. So I'm all good now, and I don't have to wear the sling anymore.
Good.
However, I did quite like wearing the sling because I was getting so much sympathy from everyone.
Yeah,
when we went on the London Eye.
Yeah.
I felt like it was VIP treatment. They genuinely treated me like I was a full quadriplegic. Like, right, come on, everyone out of the way, come on through.
Next time we go down to London,
just bring the sling.
We'll put it on for the tube. Then you can get a seat, special person, sit down.
Well, I didn't get any. I was still getting barged in London. They did not give a shit. Yeah, you could have your leg in a full cast and they'll just kick it as they walk past. They do not care.
Honestly, I'm buzzing for us to go back down to London because we've got it planned. We've got some amazing people, haven't we, down in London we're going to chat to.
We've got a few to talk to.
Literally, they are just, So we've got another trip to London coming soon. Don't know when. Going to book it in.
Maybe back at Brewdog, who knows?
Yeah, come on, Brewdog. Get some more wine down me.
But now the energy's back. I'm back at the gym.
Yeah.
Back doing all that stuff. So I'm feeling good. And now moving forward, I'm not going to cry, put my t-shirt on. So
I'm glad you're all right.
That's nice.
Must admit, sat in centre parts and then they're like, Jake's shoulders popped out. I'm like, fuck's sake, what? But we'd literally all just gone to bed. It was so funny. And I was kind of glad because we were literally all night just talking on the sofa, a cup of tea. Mm-hmm. Then they'd just gone to bed, this kicks off. And then before you know it, all back out on the sofa, a cup of tea. Just
waiting for it all to unfold.
Yeah, just see if you're okay.
The thing is, Dad was obviously the only person knocking about still. Yeah. 3 other kids. Yeah. So Dad was the person they called. Dad then said to text Bree saying, Jake's at the hospital, don't worry.
What? No reason?
No other information.
Oh, for God's sake.
Just what a way to be like, don't worry about it. He's at the hospital. He's at A&E. He's been rushed there. Don't worry about it.
Honestly.
No other context. So he rocks up, but he just had a flood at the house.
Oh, of course he did, yeah.
So he'd got back in from work quite late, probably about 7 o'clock, and a pipe had burst in like the garage basically.
Yeah.
And had flooded the whole place and then into their house and then blah, 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 blah. And he was up till like 2:30 in the morning, sorting it out, drying it all out, only for then the following night. So he went to work the next day on barely any sleep. The following night at 11 o'clock, I finally get seen at A&E, and then he's just sat in the chair in A&E. So I sent him home. I said, D, don't worry about it. I'll get an Uber to my car, and then I'll drive home.
What?
It's fine. Yeah.
Drive home. You need 2 hands.
No, it's an automatic.
Oh, of course.
It's fine. It's a go-kart.
Simple, yeah.
It's fine.
Done.
So I sent him home, and then I thought nothing more of it because he was knackered. So I was like, D, I'm going to be here for hours long. I'm waiting on blood tests. I'm going to be here for like 3 hours. But then literally within 15 minutes of him going, they turned up and they're like, your bloods are fine. You can go. And I was like, I won't call him back. I'll grab an Uber, called the Uber, drove home. Then in passing, like last week, he said to Mum, like, no, he was talking to me. He goes, I was worried when I left you in A&E. And Mum went, you what? She said, I when I left Jake in A&E. And she went, you left our son. And she literally, she was acting like I'd had my leg blown off in a field and he would just wandered off.
I mean, it's cute.
And she's still bringing it up now. I would never. I would sit there until I was like, he got chewed out, bless him. But he's all right now.
We're going to have to get him on the podcast one day.
Oh, he's asked. Don't worry about it.
Has he asked?
Of course he has.
Oh, God.
He asked before we even did an episode.
Honestly, how can we describe him? He's just a character, isn't he?
He's all in.
Yeah.
No matter what he is the campest puppy.
This puppy.
You'll ever meet. If you say an idea, and I don't know if it's just me and Holly, and he'll just blow smoke up our ass no matter what we say. Aww. If I come up with something, he will say, let's do it. And we go all in. And the amount of times we've made terrible investment decisions based on me seeing like a video and being like, this looks good. He's like, amazing. Yeah, do it. And then we just lose the money. He's done that a lot, and he will go all in on everything. As soon as we said we're doing a podcast, he'll be like, "No, it'll be top point straight away.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on it."
That's probably where you get it from.
Yeah. Kind of like, why not mentality sometimes.
Why not?
And it's good. It's infectious too. Obviously, you've got to kind of find a medium. Like you've got to, because if you like, this is why Brie and I are very good at balancing each other out, because I'm very much
Yes, I get what you mean.
all in.
Yeah.
If I like a pair of shoes, why not get them in 7 colours that they do them in? If I like a t-shirt, I will buy all the variations of that t-shirt.
Oh my God.
And Bree's like, why don't you just get the one you like? I'm like, yeah, but if I get all the other variations, I'll never run out of them, and I'll always love them. And then I'm bored of them in a month. She's like, I told you.
See, this is the best bit about having a partner, though, isn't it?
You've
got someone just to kind of like keep you in. What is it? Tab? Check. That's it.
Tab?
Keep you in check. Yeah. It's like I was literally thinking this tonight, because I was like, the other night I was up till 3 a.m. doing a presentation, and there's no one say, Charlotte, get to bed. What are you doing? The dog will look at me and like trying, but there's no one say, Charlotte, or to tell me to stop working. No one say it. Just say, Charlotte.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it to yourself.
Do you know how hard that is sometimes when you just think, I'll just do this,
I can
and
tell myself
tomorrow
to stop
night.
working all the time. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I remember I was working at for a TV channel, and every month without fail on payday, the pay did not come in.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happened, it was halfway through the month. As soon as that happened, laptop closed. Done. I was like, I'm not working until the pay comes in. That's it. I had no qualms about it. And then 2 weeks later, the pay would come in.
Do you know what? I'd love to be like that. I literally would. I can't.
Pay for it.
Do you know what? There is something in me that just got like, I was thinking, is it a curse to be driven? Like, is it actually a curse?
No, I mean, I moved the drive of mine into other things. Like, Brie would come home and I'd have baked something.
You're joking.
Like, she came home one day
my
and
God.
I'd made 4 trays of baklava.
What the hell's baklava?
Baklava? You've never had... It's like fine phyllo pastry.
Right.
With like honey in it.
Oof.
And then you can fill it with anything, but I did one with pistachio. Filled with pistachio and it comes out and you put it in, it comes out about like that thick.
Yeah.
And it's like loads and loads of layers of pastry. And then so I did one with like a cream cheese filling, did one with a rose petal filling.
So it's rose petal.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, Jake.
I went down.
How?
I hadn't been paid, and I went down to the shop and spent about £100 on ingredients to make baklava.
Oh my God.
And I think it's Turkish or Greek or something like that. They share. Well, they're near enough bordering anyway. And it's like a Greek delicacy, maybe a Middle Eastern delicacy, and it's so good. And it's only because I was watching a TV show that was like Rules of Engagement, where David Spade's character, he has a manscaping issue.
Yeah.
So his whole thing is that he had sex with all the women. That's his whole character. Right. He's a very rich guy, 5 foot tall. Because he's rich, he sleeps with all the women, right? But he had a manscaping issue. And so the whole joke was that in a week of him not chasing after a woman to try and get laid, he started perfecting all of these things that are really difficult to perfect. So he becomes fluent in Cantonese. He makes baklava, and his assistant eats it. He's like, this is amazing. It takes so long. I was like, I'm going to fucking make some baklava. Because obviously I was watching TV whilst on my laptop. So yeah, I did it, and it was good. And it was 4 trays worth was a bit silly, because it's like thousands and thousands and thousands of calories.
Maybe I just need to get out more then. Because literally that is my world. Like...
Change it up.
Work, the gym, work, but you can't, sometimes it's hard. I mean, like when I was in Centre Parks, it was so lovely to have the kids because it just takes your mind off something different.
Well, the thing is...
And I think I'm lacking that right now. I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm like pulling my hair out.
Can you do any like little changes?
Like what?
Well, because often when people do the whole change up, that's how midlife crises come about, right? They do the whole like, I'm going to change everything about myself. I'm going to pursue this completely different thing. Whereas if you make a little change, it's amazing how refreshing it is. Like, not to completely crowbar in my tiny TikTok videos that I'm doing.
Right.
But that whole thing where I'm listening to a new album every day has become so refreshing.
Really?
Oh, because even if the album's dog shit, all it's done is taken me out of the ordinary for a second. So, for 50 minutes. I'm just driving along, and what I would usually be driving along, and my memory's twigged in weird, and if I pull up outside a customer that I went to a year ago, I'll remember what was playing on the radio, what they were talking about on the radio when I pulled up outside that last time I was here.
Right.
And so oftentimes that will be the same playlist I've been listening to over and over again, and nothing's changed.
Right.
And a lot of things are changing in my life, 2 kids now, a wife, everything like that. But the kind of music stayed the same, so I've kind of stayed the same, and it kind of, you get in your own loop, even if everything around you is changing.
So do you mean like if I listen to the same playlist, which I always do? Yeah, I do love that. I don't get me wrong, I love my songs.
No, that's it. But then now I go back to my playlist.
Yeah.
For when because obviously if you listen to a few albums, you're like, I kind of want to sing along. I want to I want to belt some songs while I'm driving along. I've got 40 minutes here. Let's go horse.
It's therapy.
Oh, it's lovely. I absolutely love screaming and thinking that, hang on, I could be a singer, and then you listen to yourself, you're like, no.
Bit of Celine Dion, full blast.
There's a playlist I listen to called Belting Songs.
I'm listening that.
It's like fanning your face, just hair blowing in the wind, open shirt, that kind of stuff. But like I can go back to those, the ones that I know, but then you have the refreshing like hearing brand new songs, and then you hear a song that you're like, shit, this is like a type of song that feels like it would have already been on my playlist. Like it feels like I've already heard this song. Feels like that kind of thing. And then I start to think like, what if the best music, the music I love, is out there? I just haven't heard it yet because I've been listening to the same. Yeah,
the same old. It's like eating the same food, isn't it?
That's it. Have you had the best meal of your life yet? Yeah. Have you listened to the best album of your life yet?
Yeah, but I don't know.
I worry that if I listen to the same playlist continually until I die, then I've already listened to the best music of my life. That's it. But there's definitely better out there.
I don't know. I don't think that's going to work.
You don't think a new album?
No, I don't think it's going to work for me.
Put something on, change it up.
Yeah, but sometimes it's hard to find these albums. How do you find out what to listen to?
Well, you can do like baby steps. You can dip a toe, and on Spotify they'll suggest an album. They'll suggest, and they might even suggest an album that.
Yeah, but I like to sing, and I don't know songs.
No, but that's how you didn't know any of the songs that were on your playlist at first.
Yeah, but what about if you just really want to sing?
Well, then you sing, and you don't just put a song on and you go try and sing along to a song you don't know because that's weird. But if you want to, if you're in the sing-song mood, fine, put on the playlist that you know, like through and through, like even the backing vocals, and you sing them as well. Put that on, enjoy it. Pretend you're in the music video. Look out the window with the rain coming down the window. Get all nostalgic about the past. Do that. But if you're in the mood just to like, you're driving somewhere new, stick on a new album, and then every time you go to that place, like I've said before, you will think of that album.
I'll try it tomorrow. I've got a 3-hour drive, and then I've got a 3-hour drive back. So I've got 6 hours in the car tomorrow.
And albums these days are 50 minutes. And I have a rule, it's the no-skip rule. If I put an album on...
You're actually giving me, that's giving me anxiety. I'm like, oh, no, I can't do that.
There's freedom, but there's also rules. There's rules to my freedom, okay?
Let me try it. But how long do you reckon it's going to last? Do you think 20 minutes I'm like, fuck this? Put my playlist back on.
Did you listen, because I suggested it a while ago, did you listen to Chapel Roan?
Yes, I did.
It's very good. Famously, everyone loves her. Huge.
Yeah, I think I listened to one.
Try the album. It's a full.
I'll try it tomorrow.
Because I love an album that it's hard because I'm like, this album sounds very samey, but it's hard to tread the line between an album sounding very samey or an album being a theme.
Okay.
So and it goes all the way through, and it's absolutely lovely. It is a lovely album. It's got some fucking bangers on there.
I'll try it tomorrow, and I'll message you, and I'll be like, right, I've just got to the office. Lasted 10 minutes, put playlist back on, singing the whole way.
Well, that's it. And if it doesn't happen, but like,
I need to look at new ways.
A new song onto the playlist. Why not?
Yeah.
Because there are some. She's got sing-along songs. She's got whole stadiums of people singing along to and doing dance moves, matching dance moves.
Coldplay, they've just got released a new tickets for.
They've got all a bit Christian rock, haven't they?
Oh, I quite like a bit Christian rock.
What do you mean?
Well, I love Coldplay. Like they've got When We Pray, and I'm like, yeah, When We Pray.
Yeah, but like, why have they gone that route? It is very like, ooh.
I don't know. Maybe because life's hard and it's just Coldplay, isn't it? They like to kind of like connect to the listeners. I don't know, but I quite like it. And when you're at that stadium and they're singing these songs and all the little flashlights going all the way around this, I want to try and get tickets back to see their show next year.
Yeah, I am kind of. I mean, we absolutely wrong ourselves ragged with the amount of
Taylor Swift.
I was going to say concerts. Taylor Swift. We went to this year. Oh no, we did go to Noah Khan as well. We did go to 2 different people. but I do want to go to more gigs for sure. Because I didn't used to like them. It didn't used to be my bag, but now I do get swept up in it a little bit. And I there's people I'm listening to now that I kind of want to see before they get too big. Yeah. And so they're in little tiny venues and you can get really close. Like the first time we saw Noah Khan, he was opening for Dermot Kennedy.
Yeah.
And Dermot Kennedy, I'm like, whatever, don't really mind. And so we went to Nottingham, saw Noah Khan as the opening act, and then pissed off. And that was lovely because we were 5 people from the front and no one else knew him, really. There was a handful of people that knew him.
Yeah.
So we got to really enjoy it. Probably as intimate a show we were ever going to have with him. When we saw him a month and a half later, 35,000 people.
Really?
Huge stadium. Like he tried to book smaller venues and you couldn't get a ticket.
You can't, yeah.
Like he was in like 3,000 seaters and they were gone within a second of going online. But and this one, and we tried to get very close and we had to do the whole running to get to the front barrier, and I felt so old doing it. God. It was so embarrassing.
You actually running to get to the front of the
Well, you're not allowed to run, so you're all kind of just shuffling.
Oh,
and then,
God.
But then like everyone gets so territorial once you're in there. And obviously you get there for the guy who's playing at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're there at 5:30, 6 o'clock. So you're there for 2 hours. Wait, and obviously the support act comes on. Yeah. But then you got to go to the toilet. And obviously the amount I'm drinking at a gig.
Yeah, you need to go all the time.
I've broken the seal before the guys.
So what do you do? How do you get back to the front? Push everyone?
You just have to you have to kind of make a scene on your way in, because if you try and get in and you haven't really been noticed going out, everyone's like, no, mate. We've all heard it before. Oh, my wife's just over it. Yeah, sure she is, mate. Yeah, sure she is. And no one lets you back in, and they'll just get all like, it's grounded. You know, you can fight your way to the front, but you're just going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
So then the girls we were with, we weren't with them, but they were with us in like, we kind of like, you make a group of people. It was only me and Brie, and we were with these like 18-year-olds, and they looked about 12.
Oh, God.
And so when one of them was like, I want to go to the toilet, but I'm scared because there's so many people, I was like, come on.
Do you take it?
I'll go with you. Because I just imagined if Bryn was at a show and she was worried about getting like punched or whatever. Because people were getting aggy. There were aggy people there. Gosh. I was just like, oh God. And luckily she was there because she helped me carry. I bought 2 bottles of wine, so she helped me carry them back. So that was nice. And then, so it's a different experience, and I want to get stuck in because there's some people I've been listening to that I've like picked a random album. Yeah. And I'm like, how the fuck have I never heard these people before? And I want to go see them. And then I'll see they're playing like some shitty town hall.
Yeah.
And their monthly listens are tiny, and I've just randomly come across an album.
Well, I guess I've done that with Ludovico, haven't I?
He's pretty massive. He does film soundtracks, doesn't he?
Yeah, but not many people have heard him, even the people from Italy.
Well, because you've got like, I suppose just film soundtrack people, you've got your Hans Zimmers and your John Williams. Yeah. They're like the big boys. So, it's Ludovico Einaudi, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Like, what films has he done? Like Italian cinema? Is that his kind of bag?
Well, the film I saw him on was, oh my God, why has it gone from my head? Yeah, pass. Can't remember what it was called.
Pass. No, I'm into him, but it's the panic there. Let me bring him up.
Yeah.
Because like you said, I haven't listened.
The Untouchables. It's a French film.
Oh, with the paraplegic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the remake?
No. I'd prefer the French one, even if it's subtitled.
It's very, very good. It's got that Psy guy in it, isn't it? Why? You're like, he's kind of small. Why is Ludovico Einaudi so famous?
I'm on Google.
Is the top question.
Why doesn't everyone else saying that? I've never heard of it. Maybe I'm pronouncing his name wrong.
Well, I think because people maybe would know, because I think people would know the John Williams score of things, but wouldn't know who John Williams is. Or knows the Hans Zimmer score.
So they can hear his music on a film and be like, oh yeah. Because I must admit, I see it loads on Instagram, on Reels. His music's on them loads.
Oh yeah, because I guess. Great. I mean, when you got zero lyrics. When you got zero lyrics, I guess you can just, as long as you like it, or you can go with so many different things. Yeah. So, his events, there you go. You've got Italy coming up. He's on tour.
Bought my hotel.
You're going to try and get on his tour bus?
Oh, imagine. All the Italians.
Oi.
I'll be his biggest fan.
Pat his head.
Pat his head. Yeah.
Sold out.
Is he sold out?
Florence sold out. Barcelona sold out. Madrid
Florence is sold out.
London.
Florence is sold out because it wasn't the other day.
He's bought the remainder, hasn't he? Barcelona, Madrid, London. 2 nights in London at the Palladium sold out. Paris,
yeah, that was so expensive. Although
Paris, Amsterdam, Brussels, Berlin, all sold out. Oh, Milan, he's back.
I'm looking forward. I'm a bit nervous. Like it's going to be dead weird just sat there in a concert on my own. I know it's not your normal concert because we're sat down. Obviously, it's like, is it classical? I don't even know.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm turning 35.
Right?
35th birthday, going to a classical thing.
You can keep your Taylor Swift. I'm going to see an orchestra. Yeah, you get a seat. You'll have a prosecco.
Well, I've got my seat. I've picked a really good one, so I've got full thing. So yeah, but I've got a hotel literally like 3 minutes. I was really worried about that. Oh
yeah, that's the one.
Because it's always scary when you come out, isn't it? And there's so many people, and it's like getting a taxi, finding your way. It's just a bit, and I was worried about that.
And you're in a different country. You're going to be like, shit.
Can't speak the language.
And there's nothing like
dark
when you. Well, it'll be. It's not on like an industrial park. You'll be fine. It'll be like in a main.
Yeah, but it's going to be dark, isn't it? It's always a bit scary when it's dark.
They got street light.
I know, but I'm a woman. It's scary when we walk outside.
But you're a woman at the orchestra now. Untouchable. So, but yeah, you get to leave and you can see your hotel. Oh, the dream. And you can just flop on your bed after. Lovely.
Yeah, so I'm glad I got it booked though, because it took me a while to actually book it. Because they kept coming up in Milan. I was like, I'm not going to Milan, it's in Florence. So.
I didn't think you would be asked about being alone at a concert, like watching it alone. Very mysterious.
I've been to the theatre in London. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I love London, and I've never lived anywhere other than I lived in Gloucestershire, but I mean, like I've never really lived anywhere other than Derby. So I always wanted to go to London and be that Londoner. So one day I went to meet my friend down there. We had a night out. I got a hotel, and the day after I was like, right, I'm going to take myself to a theatre and go watch a show.
That's it.
Because I wanted to take that off the box, like I've done this. And that was pretty cool. So I went to see Moulin Rouge. Incredible. Lovely. So good.
I've never seen it,
Oh, honestly, I love the film. I saw it in concert, probably not concert, in theatre. One of the best theatre things I've seen. And I sat next to these 2 women and they kept me company, chatting to me. And honestly, I'm a gin and tonic. I was like in my element because I was taking things off and I was achieving it. It's so cool.
It opens you up to so much more. And the more you do so, and to be honest, you've probably done so many more solo things than I ever have because I'm a relatively codependent person. But when I do solo things that I didn't want to do at first and eventually go, oh, fuck it, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
It feels so much more freeing.
Yeah, oh God,
because then you're not reliant on anyone to show up at the same time as you. You're not thinking, oh, well, is this a good date for you to go? Oh, no, I'm busy that. Is this a good date? And you're trying to organise it. You can just go, fuck it. I'm going to go do it.
Just go do
into
it.
the cinema by myself. Lovely. I saw the Red Sox play in Boston, and I'd been over in America. And it was after I'd been there for uni.
Yeah.
And I spent another 6 weeks out there just travelling by myself, and I was a different person. Back home, I'd be worried if my car went under 3/4 of a tank, but there, I knew my car so well that like I even when it was like on red, I knew what miles I had, or if I didn't want to stay in a hotel that night because I was relatively skint.
Yeah.
I would just kind of just post up in the car, have a little nap for a few hours, and then carry on driving at like 4 a.m. when the roads were quiet.
So why were you like that, but back home you weren't?
I think it's a codependency thing. I think it's because I've got so many people I can rely on, I do. But because I had no one to rely on out there, you have yourself. Obviously, I wasn't in the Wild Wild West and I wasn't foraging for berries. I had fast food every 4 meters,
Yeah.
I still had like a kind of free roam attitude that I wasn't really bothered about getting to a place unless I'd organised to meet someone. I was kind of just like, when I get there, I'll get there. I'll see what's happening that day, and I'll just wander in and go do that thing.
So it's like when I was in Italy, I was talking to someone, and they were saying that basically they would be scared to do things on their own, but then that stopped them from doing things because it's like if I was in a relationship now, who's going to want to go watch? What's his name? Ayu Audi. I can never say
Ludovico Einaudi. I don't know if I'm saying that.
How am I bought tickets goes even? I don't even know his bloody name.
I said that with my full chest, and I don't know if it's correct.
Ludovico, yeah. And it's like someone probably wouldn't want to have done that. And it's like sometimes when it's booking in with someone else, they're like, oh, that's so expensive. And I think that is the easiness of it as well, because you can just think, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
It's like holidays, like you can just do it, but sometimes it is nice to have that person at home to help you because
absolutely.
Like the meal, like when you came over, I was like, Jake, got enough, probably a couple of cups, because I hadn't had time to go to the shops, where normally you're like, oh, go to the shops for me. And it's like the other day, I've been so busy these past couple of weeks, like it's just been non-stop. And I hadn't had any food. I had back-to-back meetings. And the only thing I had was a chocolate spoon that Holly gave me, which you make hot chocolate from.
Cool,
so you dip it in and then it melts. I just ate it raw before a meeting because I had no food and I was so hungry. That's
the most bougie, feral thing you could have done.
I know. It was tasty. It was just like chocolate, to be honest.
It was
chocolate.
That is gross.
I was starving and a girl had to eat.
Girl dinner. There you go.
But I think sometimes that is the hard part. like... Yeah, when you don't have someone,
to rely on.
Yeah, you're literally doing it. And I think, sometimes it can be, what's like tiring, because you're just like, oh, I'd love someone just to be able to like help, because everything is all on you, everything.
Well, you said it when we were down in London, where I locked into dad mode, going round everywhere.
God, that was the best.
And you just got to kind of float behind.
Oh, it was so lovely, yeah. Passenger princess.
Passenger princess. I had my Google Maps out. I was, finding where we needed to be, and you were just like,
La-di-da.
just enjoying it. Just enjoying it. As long as you could see me, you were happy.
It was, really good. And I think, sometimes being able to do it all on your own is pretty cool as well.
You like flip-flopping between it. But it's also a lot of hassle when you want to do things and they're,
When you've got stuff to do, there's like 5,000 things you need to do. You can't just ask someone to help you. You've got to do them all yourself.
No, because for the most part, when I've got a load of things to do and I've got to do them by myself, it's because I've put them off and I haven't done them when I should have. That's my main issue, is when Bree's like, why are you so stressed about all this? And I was like, well, I've got to do this and this.
Yeah,
and
but
this.
it's not. It's like when you are super busy.
Yeah. You got a lot on.
Yeah.
Bree's the same at the minute. She's deep in paperwork at the minute. I'm like,
is she?
This looks rubbish.
Oh, bless her.
I'll see you later.
I'm going to go chat shit.
Yeah, I can't help. I'm going to go talking to a microphone. I'm very busy too, actually. I've got to edit this audio. So, yeah, she's actually very busy. And so, you both are. And I'm kind of just like 9 till 5, check out, see you in a bit.
Honestly, mad.
It's lovely to get I'm in a lovely job where, obviously, I work with my family, so the discussion of work will always come up and we'll find ourselves talking about the most mundane shite on a Sunday afternoon. And we're talking about the price of peanuts in Nicaragua or something. And Bree's like, can we talk about anything else? Like can we just change the subject?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, sorry, we're just talking about rawhide.
Yeah.
And it's just very boring things. And so it does get like that, but that is not the same as, obviously, a ton of paperwork that needs to be done.
Yeah.
It's very much just like, we all have a shared passion for this job and this company, and sometimes it spills into our family time. But that's family business stuff for you.
Honestly, sometimes, your life is so chill. I'm just like, I'd love just to be able just to have a bit of chill.
Or am I that duck in the water,
No, because you do. Yeah, but if you're like, now, just check off, like, I literally can't. And it's like...
That sucks, though, because you should be able to. Work-life balance.
Honestly, Jake, the past 5 years, I've been 100 miles an hour trying to, achieve things. I'm constantly... And sometimes you just think, is it worth it?
Well, but have you achieved the things you wanted to achieve, or are you just still running 100 miles an hour? The thing you want to achieve, you drop kick in the face as you run past it 100 miles an hour.
No, I have. It's obviously, building up in my career. There's a certain step I want to get. I really want to get into management and help people within their careers and drive the business forward, and that is what I want to do. And I think I've been working towards it for 5 years now and literally giving my heart and soul.
Yeah, but
the company I was at before, I'd be sending a message at 11:30 at night because I was still working, because the harder I worked, the better my results were. And I thought, well, maybe this is going to help me.
But it didn't. It didn't.
Well, no, it didn't, to be honest. I kind of left, so...
Well, sometimes it goes one of two ways in a company. If a company has an employee that's working really hard and they're kind of they're hitting their targets and they're going above and beyond.
I must admit, I ended the year on 176% target.
Well, that's it. So
I took more sales than some people didn't who owned
You could have taken you could have given yourself your flowers at 100% and called it a day, but you carried on going, and annoyingly, the company didn't go, hang on. They sort instead of seeing the growth potential of you, they go, well, she's smashing that area more than anyone else did, so we'll leave her there. Yeah. And that's a problem, because sometimes you can be so good at a job that they don't want to lose you from that job, because who are they going to get to replace you?
Yeah, but it's just bonkers, isn't it?
It's counterproductive.
Sometimes I have a word with myself. I'm like, you're only live once. Like this is for someone else. Why are you so motivated for them? Why are you driving?
That's it.
What are you doing? But then I'm putting, the woman I'm saying I wouldn't have been if I hadn't been that, because I wouldn't have the money to do it. And it's like, I'm going to bloody Milan in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I've done that, so it's one of them, isn't it? It's a hard one.
It is. It goes one of two ways, because you've got the drive aspect of it, where you think that life's passing you by while you've been so focused on this one goal. But then you think of what the life you have concurrently that's flying past you because you're achieving those goals. Like, you live in the house you want to live in. You love your dog. Yeah. You love everything. It's a hard one, because contentment is one thing, and that's what I have. But then some days that contentment can be like, why am I not pushing for more? And like really going above and beyond, or getting pissed off over something that I shouldn't be getting annoyed at, when I should just be happy with what I've got right now.
Yeah.
I flip between the two, and it's probably unhealthy, because I go from being like really content with what's going on to being like, no, contentment is settling and you should be striving for more. Could we give the kids more? It's always could we give the kids more?
Yeah.
But then today I turned up with some pumpkin stickers for Bryn, and she acted like I gave her a pony. When did you really start be like? Because I know you've spoken in the past about being a bit of a knob at school.
Ever since I was a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, like I used to see, like on Tessie, and you guys always going on holidays.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to have a life like that. Like, I always want to go on holiday.
Made me feel bad now.
Why?
We should have invited you.
Yeah.
But we just left you behind like... So that looks nice. That looks lovely. Wouldn't mind an invite.
No, but I did see it, and I was like, I want to have a life like that when I'm older.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how, and then obviously I went to school, but I'm quite a social person, and I love school. I had the best time ever. Just messed around, just had fun. Like, I've always had that vision that I wanted to have a good life.
Yeah.
But the actual business side of it and work life, probably like...
I suppose when you got in the workforce.
Yeah, I think it was when I left school. Or not when I left school, sorry. When I left college, I was like, right, okay. Went to uni, did 5 different courses. Like, fucking hell. First of all, I was doing forensic science, law and justice, crime and justice.
Big CSI fan, were you?
Yeah, I was like, and then I was like, actually, fuck all this. I'm going to go do educational studies.
Sure.
And I went into educational studies. I was like, nah.
I've learned 5 different courses. I'll do educational. Why not? I
do you
can teach
know
everyone
what?
Everything.
This is just not me. So I said, I went back to my first ever lecture, and I was like, it's a lecturer anyway. Went back to him, and I was like, look, I think I need a break. I need some time to think. And he was like, Charlotte, just go. And if you want to come back, you can. And it's like my dad said to me, actually, funny enough, he was like, because I think I remember saying to him, like, I don't really know. And he says, well, you're getting yourself into debt right now. So he says, you can just go out and do life. And then when you're older, he said, you can go back to university and do an open course on something that you actually want to do.
Sure.
And I thought about that, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. So yeah, that's what happened. I just kind of left and then went to work for a football company, just doing events and stuff. And I remember one day I went in, it was like, right, you've got to clean 2,000 plates today. Like, just like put the oil on them, and not the oil, the vinegar, and like wipe them and dry them. And that was my job. I remember going into the cupboard crying because I was so driven, and I was like, where the fuck am I going in life? What am I going to do? How am I going to get there? Yeah. And I was literally on the phone to my mum crying, like, I can't believe this is my life. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. And it was hard.
It was full Karate Kid. They gave you the whole wax on, wax off thing. And you had to do that every single day until you realised the higher purpose.
I was like, what is this? And it's so hard because you don't know what to do you? Like, there's still people now who have no idea what they're doing.
Oh,
but, I thought I was going to be an air hostess, but then I started at DHL, and that's when my career really kind of, I was like, right,
so
I know the direction.
That ladder.
Yeah, I knew what direction straight away. When someone said you get a free company car, free phone, laptop.
I'm in.
I was like, oh, that's a good job. Right in front of customers, meetings. That's me, and that's what I aim for, and that's what I got.
Solid. Yeah, because I was thinking, going back to the being at a concert by yourself. It's kind of that. It's called the traffic light. Is it traffic light syndrome or something like that?
I don't know.
Might not be syndrome. That might be a strong word for it. It's the concept that when you pull up to the traffic lights, at a red light, you automatically think that everyone's looking at you. So if you're singing and you pull up at a traffic light, I'm inclined to, when I pull up at traffic light, I'm singing, I turn the volume down. I
know what you mean. Sometimes I do that.
But no one gives a shit. everyone's probably just all done it, and it's this main character energy we all kind of have, that we're living the main life, and then everyone around us is kind of like side characters, whatever.
Yeah.
So you think that the main character, when you pull up to the traffic lights, you're going to get looked at.
Yeah.
You're going to be looking at your car, and sometimes I'll look across at another car to see if they're looking in. They couldn't give a toss. Maybe because they're eyes forward, making sure no one's looking at them.
Yeah, but what do you mean about the concert? How's that a red light thingy?
Like you being not insecure about being at a concert by yourself, but being at a concert alone, like, maybe seems a bit weird to you and a bit foreign, but no one gives a shit. Everyone around you won't care. No one's going to be 3 rows back being like...
But then sometimes when you do walk into the building, people look at you, and it's like, well, what are they thinking? What they're looking at? Sometimes you do feel like that. Do you not?
No,
I go to the gym and people look at me like, oh, fuck off.
I was gonna
head down, running onto the running machine. I just hate when people's... Is
that you putting that on yourself? Like, are you reflecting, like... Because sometimes the people that... And I'm not saying this is what you like, but sometimes the people that are most insecure about what people think about them, it's because they're opinionated themselves. No, because I'm not. They'll see like someone who's overweight and be like, oh,
no, it's just because I see what people are like.
Yeah,
it's like I went to an event the other day and someone was like, oh God, look, her shot going to fit on the chair. And I'm like, God, that is so horrible. Like, why are you even saying that?
And why do you feel comfortable enough around us to say that?
What do you mean?
Like,
yeah.
Why do you feel like
he's trying to be cool, probably, isn't he?
He's just showing off.
Yeah, but it's just wrong.
It's like, why
but then, and then I'm in like the spa, and then you've got some people saying stuff about the people. I'm like, oh God, don't say that. Well, it's what I mean. It's not, I don't judge people. I'm just, because I don't want to be. So it's not because, but it's just because I know what people are like. Well, that's why.
I've been at obviously David Lloyd for a year, and I've been to the spa like 5 times because of insecurities about how I look shirtless. I just won't go in. But maybe that's because I'd be like, if, you know, sometimes when I see like a guy that's a lot bigger than me and he's just sat there, bold as brass, belly out, doesn't give a toss, I'm a bit jealous. I'm like, how have you got so much confidence?
Yeah.
Not that you shouldn't have confidence for being overweight.
Yeah.
But I just it's not even like he's like just doing it like, oh, I don't give a shit. Yeah. Like he's just not even thinking about it.
Yeah,
not bothered. I'm like, how? I want to be that unbothered.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed with how unbothered you are.
But yeah, so we'll see how it all goes when I go to Italy. Obviously, I go on Thursday, so 35. Like, I'm the 30-year-old.
Right. Well, yeah.
I'm actually officially the 30-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing very young things for 35. You're out, prancing about Italy. So you're living your best life. C'est la vie and all that. Is that Italian?
Yeah, I just need that next step in my career now, and then I'll be living my best life. Because right now I'm just like getting a bit fed up.
However, enjoy Italy. Don't be thinking about the next step in your career. Actually enjoy it.
Yeah, that's why I'm going out to Italy, isn't it? To be thinking about... I'll try and not think about it. I'll try and have a break.
Smell the flowers or whatever it is. Just enjoy it. Be like, yeah, I've done this.
Yeah.
And then start panicking about, the promotion.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Promotion.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, well...
And I'll let you know how the album goes as well, listening to new music.
You're going to listen to 3 seconds of one song and be like, no, I need to sing along.
Well, I'll find
bring
out.
the lyrics up.
Carpool karaoke.
But yeah, so enjoy that. And then we'll be back next week with another one. We're going to get a bit more spooky with it. I don't know if we're going to be in fancy dress. We haven't organised that yet, but we shall see.
Oh, gosh.
Probably for the week after when it's a bit nearer Halloween.
Yeah.
Especially when I drive over here dressed like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, we'll wait.
But for now, enjoy your concert, and I will enjoy listening to multiple albums over the next few weeks.
And then hopefully we'll have a guest on soon, but we'll announce that to you soon via our Instagram. At 30-year-old, 30 young. I had to think about our Instagram name then.
And as we always say, if you could like and subscribe, give us 5 stars. It means a lot. It flies us up the charts. Keeps the downloads coming in. So if you keep doing that, that's great. Tell everyone, shout from the rooftops. 30 old, 30 young. Join us on our midlife crisis tour of the UK. And
I just want to say one quick thank you before we go to our listener of the week, Isaac. Just for tagging and sharing when he was away. When we get these tags on Instagram, it does mean the world to us. So please make sure you tag us. And if you could try and tag our personal ones as well, if you've got it, that'd be great, because then we can actually get it, because sometimes it doesn't come through. But yeah, thank you, Isaac, for sharing us and listening to us and taking us to the beach. But yeah, have a great week, everyone, and we will catch you soon.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. We know time is precious, and we thank you for yours. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.